Jaw of baby grows bigger and bigger. When doctors see it, he is shocked. In a small town nestled in the countryside, a peculiar case has caught the attention of the medical community. Whispers of a baby born with an unusual condition have spread like wildfire, and everyone is eager to catch a glimpse of the curious anomaly. Hey there, Viral Videos here. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell. We post the most beautiful, amazing, and scary videos every single day. Let's proceed with the video. The baby's jaw has been reported to grow bigger and bigger by the day, leaving doctors baffled and astonished. Despite numerous tests and consultations, no one can seem to figure out the cause of this bizarre phenomenon. As rumors swirl and speculation runs rampant, the medical team struggles to find a solution to this perplexing problem. The tension builds as the baby's jaw continues to expand, and the doctors are left with no choice but to explore uncharted territory in their search for answers. Just when everyone thinks they have hit a dead end, a shocking discovery is made that could change everything. Will the doctors be able to unravel the mystery of the baby's growing jaw before it's too late? The fate of this tiny patient hangs in the balance, and the world waits with bated breath for the next chapter in this extraordinary tale. For the first few days after his birth, Jimmy seemed like any other newborn. He was small, delicate, and slept most of the time. His parents, Mary and Tom, were overjoyed with the arrival of their first child and couldn't wait to bring him home. However, as the days went by, they noticed that something was different about their baby. Jimmy's jaw began to get thicker and thicker, causing him to have difficulty eating and breathing. Mary and Tom were frightened and confused, not knowing what was happening to their baby. They immediately called their family doctor, who referred them to a specialist in a nearby city. The specialist examined Jimmy and ran numerous tests, but they couldn't find anything that would explain his condition. The family was advised to wait and see if the problem would resolve on its own. As time passed, Jimmy's jaw continued to grow, and his condition became more severe. He struggled to eat, and his breathing became labored. Mary and Tom were at their wits' end, not knowing what to do to help their child. One day, Mary was shopping at the local market when she overheard two women talking about a famous doctor who had helped children with rare medical conditions. She immediately took note of the doctor's name and contact information and rushed home to tell Tom. Tom called the doctor, and after a few weeks, they finally received an appointment. The family traveled to the city, hoping that this doctor would be able to help their baby. The doctor examined Jimmy and was shocked by what he saw. Jimmy's jaw had grown to an alarming size, and it was causing him significant discomfort. The doctor decided to run more tests to get to the root of the problem. Over the next few days, Jimmy underwent numerous medical examinations and tests. The family anxiously waited for the doctor's diagnosis. They hoped that this doctor would have the answer they were desperately seeking. Finally, the day arrived when the doctor called the family into his office to discuss his findings. The doctor explained that Jimmy was suffering from a rare genetic disorder that caused abnormal growth in his jaw. The disorder was extremely rare, and only a few cases had been reported worldwide. The doctor explained that Jimmy's case was particularly severe, and surgery was the only option. The surgery would be risky and complicated, but it was the only way to alleviate Jimmy's discomfort and improve his quality of life. Mary and Tom were shocked and devastated by the news. They couldn't believe that their baby had a rare genetic disorder that would require risky surgery. However, they knew that they had to do whatever it took to help their child. After consulting with other medical professionals and getting a second opinion, Mary and Tom decided to go ahead with the surgery. They knew it was a risky decision, but they were willing to take the chance if it meant improving Jimmy's quality of life. The surgery was long and complicated, but it was a success. The doctors were able to remove the excess growth from Jimmy's jaw, and he was finally able to eat and breathe normally. Mary and Tom were overjoyed to see their baby happy and healthy once again. Jimmy's case caught the attention of the medical community, and doctors from all over the world wanted to study his rare genetic disorder. Mary and Tom became advocates for rare medical conditions, hoping to raise awareness and help other families going through similar struggles. The baby's jaw continued to grow bigger and bigger each day, leaving doctors baffled and astonished. Despite numerous tests and consultations, no one could seem to figure out the cause of the bizarre phenomenon. Doctors enlisted the help of specialists from all over the world, but even they were unable to find a solution to Jimmy's problem. As rumors swirled and speculation ran rampant, the medical team struggled to find a solution to this perplexing problem. They tried everything from medication to physical therapy, but nothing seemed to help. The tension built as the baby's jaw continued to expand, and the doctors were left with no choice but to explore uncharted territory in their search for answers. Finally, after weeks of research, the doctors stumbled upon a possible cause of Jimmy's condition. They discovered that a rare genetic mutation had caused abnormal growth in his jaw. The mutation was so rare that it had never been reported in medical literature before. The doctors were both excited and terrified by this discovery. On the one hand, they were thrilled to finally have an explanation for Jimmy's condition. On the other hand, they knew that they were now treading into uncharted territory. Despite the risks, the doctors decided to proceed with an experimental treatment that had never been tried before. The treatment involved using a special device to compress Jimmy's jaw, which would hopefully slow down the growth and prevent further damage. The treatment was risky, and there was no guarantee that it would work. However, the doctors knew that they had to try something to help Jimmy. They carefully monitored his progress and adjusted the treatment as needed. To everyone's amazement, the treatment worked. Jimmy's jaw stopped growing, and he was finally able to eat and breathe normally. The medical team was ecstatic, and they celebrated the breakthrough in Jimmy's treatment. However, they knew they still had a long road ahead. Jimmy's condition was so rare that there was no known cure. The doctors continued to monitor his progress and explore new treatments in the hopes of finding a permanent solution. Over the next few months, Jimmy's story captured the attention of the world. People were fascinated by his rare condition and the innovative treatments that had been used to help him. Mary and Tom became advocates for rare medical conditions, hoping to raise awareness and help other families going through similar struggles. His parents, Mary and Tom, continued to advocate for rare medical conditions and help other families going through similar struggles. They remained in close contact with the medical team that had helped Jimmy, and they were always on the lookout for new breakthroughs in medical research. Jimmy's journey was not easy, but he showed incredible strength and resilience throughout the ordeal. He inspired countless people and helped to advance medical research in ways that no one had thought possible. Years went by, and Jimmy's story became a source of inspiration for people all over the world. He was featured in news articles and documentaries, and he even wrote a book about his experiences. Despite the challenges he had faced, Jimmy remained positive and optimistic about life. He knew that he was one of the lucky ones, and he was grateful for every moment he had. In the end, Jimmy lived a long and fulfilling life, surrounded by friends and family who loved him deeply. His legacy lives on, inspiring future generations of doctors, researchers, and advocates for rare medical conditions. And so, Jimmy lived happily ever after.